So what's the weirdest question a student has ever asked you?
I'm a biology tutor, and I used to teach chemistry more often. And my degree's in like health and biological sciences. So one student was asking me how to make like bioweapons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and how he could get into that. And I was like,
okay. Did you tell him not to put it into ChatGPT? Because it
knows?
Yeah.
No, I did not tell him that. I just told him, don't do that. Like, theoretically, I mean, we could, but we shouldn't. That's where we did a lesson about the line between science and art.
Right. It became like an ethics lesson at that point.
Yeah, I introduced him to Jurassic Park. And all the dystopian movies from like 2014. Like Divergent, all of those. They all messed with biology and now they're all dying. So
that makes sense. It's a valid lesson.
Yeah.
Morning or night?
Morning.
Your sessions had a soundtrack running through them while you were tutoring. What soundtrack would it be?
I've actually played this in my sessions before to get students motivated. It's Mario Kart's Coconut Mall on a 10-hour loop.
Very cool. Music or silence?
Music.
If tutoring were an Olympic sport, what sport would be most indicative of your sessions?
Oh, I'm worried about the first one that came to my mind was fencing.
Oh, I love it. Well, it feels like a joust.
Yeah, they're like, why? And like, why do I have to know that? I'm like, because of this. And they're like, why? I'm like, no.
That's good, right? That means you're engaged in the back and forth, the flow.
We're in battle of what they have to know.
Love it. Book or movie?
Movie.
Cats or dogs?
I was going to get me slandered, but cats. I had to come out to my friends as a cat person.
Right.
Because I have dogs and a cat.
Why is the shame associated with dogs?
Because they all love dogs. And I was like, guys, I think I like cats just a little bit more, but both. But cats.
Pizza or pasta?
Pasta.
What made you want to be a tutor?
I remember being inspired by my tutors when I first joined here. I was very hopeless at math at the time. And I ended up getting a Band 6 with not only their amazing teaching skills, but also their encouragement. So I wanted to do the same thing for other kids.
Oh, very nice. You were also far from hopeless. I remember going to a class for Extension 1. I don't think you told me until the end, because you only did advanced, no?
No, I did Extension 1.
Extension 1.
I just wasn't, it was past the point of no return.
It was close to the trials in HSC.
Yeah.
You were school captain, right?
Yeah.
When you were at school? Yeah, that's awesome. And you came and I remember, I thought you were great. You like learn stuff, or you like projected that you learn stuff? Anyway, yes.
So yeah, my advance was already bad. So I was like, what am I doing trying to fix Extension? I need to go fix the other one.
So you wanted to share that understanding and that information and that inspiration to other people, to students as well, yeah. Maths or English?
I teach both. As in like my personal feeling.
Personal vibes.
Math.
I hope you didn't just say that because it was me, but
You've got to catch me in a mood. Today, maths.
Pen or pencil?
Pen.
So what advice would you give your child self?
How old am I?
10.
Do your homework. I didn't do my homework when I was in junior school. At least tell my parents that I was struggling to do my homework, about actually like building study habits. If I was talking to like my teenage self, I'd probably say timeline probably isn't going to work out the way you've planned it very perfectly. You've got so much more time than you think to do what you want.
There you go. So what? Be less rigid in your plans, I guess.
Yeah, adulthood moves slow.
There you go. So coffee or tea?
Tea, but iced tea specifically.
So if you could meet one person from history, who would it be and why?
Can I say a good person and a bad person?
Yeah.
Yeah, the bad person, King Henry VIII.
King Henry VIII.
Just to talk some sense into him.
Right. What? Don't leave the Catholic Church. Don't have
create a whole religion just so you can divorce your wife.
Makes sense.
Educate him on what actually allows a baby to be born a boy, so he knows it's his fault.
I didn't know what was the belief?
They thought it was the woman's fault, but he carries the Y chromosome, so they're not able to create.
He can pass it on or not pass it on.
Yeah, he kept beheading his wives because he thought it was their fault, and apparently he had a very interesting smell that can't be described in words, and you just have to live it to see what it was like.
How do we know that?
I don't know. People wrote it down. Apparently, he smelled like he was rotting.
Oh wow, it doesn't sound great.
Yeah, and he was also like 600 pounds.
I did hear he was very large. Apparently blamed some hunting accident on that.
Of course.
Yeah, they're like, take what I want from the world and then blame other people kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a bad person. Ironically, we're in Immanuel Kant's room. I do like his philosophy, but also I would tell him to get out more.
Right.
'Cause I know Immanuel Kant just used to stay like huddled up like a hermit.
Right, he's very like into your life.
He believed that you always had to tell the truth no matter what the
That's right.
circumstance
It's very
was.
big
He found that was very socially isolating, but his heart was there. His
It's
heart
like
was there.
the categorical imperative, right? Like
Yeah.
like the Jesus thing, but logified. So something like you should treat others as if the principle behind that action governed how they would treat others.
Right, like you should treat others the way you think they're going to react to that.
Yeah, it was more fancy than that, but yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
No, that makes sense. Actually, Jesus. I would love to meet Jesus.
We're reordering it to Jesus, then King Henry VIII,
Yeah.
then Immanuel Kant.
I'd love to meet Jesus and ask who was right
Out of who?
out of all the religions. Who's right?
Maybe he's like biased.
I know. No, there's some parts of the Bible that are just really funny. I think Jesus would be a really funny guy.
No, people don't have this point of view, but there are bits of the Bible. Like I think his first miracle was like when he turned water into wine. Apparently, like Mary goes to Jesus, these guys have run out of wine.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the exact line is, "Woman, what does this have to do with me?"
I'm pretty sure what, actually. I think I remember seeing that on Reddit.
Not the kind of quote you attribute to Jesus. Obvious.
One second.
What is it?
There's a spider.
Oh, that's really cool. A little octopod friend. I'm impressed, Mary, that you didn't like.
I've done a lot of exposure therapy for spiders, so I don't cry anymore. I just kept looking at really scary videos and pictures, so I'd stop crying because it was really embarrassing.
That's how it's done.
Jesus, I'd like to ask him about like verse in the Bible where the disciples were saying, "What do we do if we like see like beautiful women?" He's like, "Gouge your eyes out with spoons." I'm like, he resurrected. He walked out. He was like, I told you this was going to happen. That's not the exact verse, but like,
right.
People walked out and was like, what? He's like,
what did you expect? So the blind was one of like Jesus. He was a blind man. They speak to the blind man who can now see, and then his parents. They call back the blind man and they ask him, "Tell us again what happened." And he's like, "I can tell you, but I've already told you. Would you like me to tell you again so you can believe as well?" Obvious sarcasm. How do you think Jesus was funny? Because I would agree, there are definitely funny bits in the Bible.
Agreed. Yeah,
but
it's missed.
I think because it's usually read with like a sense of like serious reverence.
Yeah.
But there is humor. City or beach?
City.
Fast or careful?
Careful.
What's your go-to snack or drink in between tutoring sessions?
Sushi from Coco Bento next door. They're so cheap and they're so good and it's all made fresh and they're just so nice down there.
Very cool.
I've had dreams about them closing down and raising money to keep them open.
You want like a GoFundMe for the local sushi shops?
I pitched to you or Angelina once that we should open a thing in the wall into their kitchen.
That's interesting. Yes, we do. Back
like a canteen.
Onto them, right? To the plaza.
Yeah, like a canteen.
Like a little window.
Do that, but it would be cool.
There's some kind of online ordering system. Yeah, people think I'm weird doing this, but I almost never. Like, if I know what I want at a place, I will almost never go to the place and then order it.
Yeah, I'll just order it online.
Yeah, like or online, or I just call them. Like I'll call a Porto's and order my food and then go pick it up.
Yeah, I won't have to wait there.
If you don't know what you want, I get it.
I get the same thing every time. They know my order. They know my name.
Exactly. Yeah. Talk or listen?
I love talking. No, both. You got to do both.
Introvert or extrovert?
I'm an extrovert.
What emoji best describes you as a tutor?
I like this one.
Oh, nice. Yes, that is the correct choice. Winter or summer?
Summer.
Comedy or drama?
Comedy.
So if your tutoring sessions had a theme color, what color would it be?
I mean, it's hard not to say blue. All the rooms are blue. Depends on the day. If like they're very anxious, I see it as like orange or red. Like if we're getting it and we're vibing, it's green or blue.
Look at you adjusting the color to the appropriate dynamics of the student. What's the funniest light bulb moment you've ever seen with a student?
Some of their trial exams, some students haven't finished all the modules, so they don't have some content in there.
Right.
And last week, one of my year 12 students came in very stressed. She was like, I don't know this for bio. What module is not in your trial? She's like, 6. I'm like, what is that module called? She's like, I think mutations. I'm like, now read every single syllabus dot point you have listed. And they all mention mutations. And I was like, how are we feeling? She was like, Oh, and I was like, yeah. She's like, I don't have to know any of
Nice.
it. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to know any of it yet.
So
We'll do
there
it next.
was exact
I'm like-
one-to-one correspondence between
Yeah,
chocolate or chips.
chocolate.
What's your secret weapon when a student is feeling unmotivated?
There's some beanbags in the room. Sometimes we'll just sit and have like quick debrief before the session starts. I'd like to remind them and like tell me about their goals. I get all my students to do new goals at the start of the year
Very cool.
that we like to look back on to see why they're doing this.
Achieving.
And even if they don't have a goal, I'm just like, you just have to do this so you can not have a goal anymore.
Right, so hold on. So you have to do this so that you can get out of having a goal.
Yes. Just talk to them, let them go get chocolates and lollies.
Beautiful.
Or we'll write down what's bothering them and we'll figure out what's actually in their control and what's not.
Rain or sunshine?
Sunshine.
Call or text?
Text.
Text. If you could redesign the school system, what's the first thing you would change?
I honestly feel like we could be learning some things a lot earlier than we do.
Right.
No, we get to repeat it a lot of times, but I reckon we could like repeat it in earlier years. So by the senior years, you're even more comfortable with it. Jump from year 10 to 11 is crazy.
Right.
Whereas like, I feel like you could just bring some of that down a bit.
Okay.
And I also think like Kahoot should be mandatory. Don't love the American school system, but
Yes.
I like how they have like pop quizzes every so often just to see how they're doing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It keeps them on their toes. Do students know about it, or it just like comes up and they're surprised?
Just comes up. To see like we're going into like an online world, still written. It was good for me because I had to like write everything, but I know it's not realistic.
That's a matter of time, right?
I think they're changing it. 29.
Yeah, that makes
It'll
sense.
be all typed.
Yeah, like my son's so Kiros is 7,
Yeah.
Steven's 5. Kiros we're doing his HSC in 2036. There's no way he's
going to be online.
handwriting his
I think we
HSC.
still should like write like most things in class throughout the year, but
Right. Assuming there is an HSC, what if like we just get rid of exams?
I can't do that.
I'm less convinced.
I'm about to say that kids have lost the ability to critically think.
Oh, look, I agree.
I think humans
they're
have lost the
losing it.
ability. Yeah, we're losing it. Like, especially with like, let me just chat GPT. No, think you have this amazing brain that someone used their brain to invent chat GPT. You have
Yes.
one of those as well.
Okay, this is interesting. I think we should harness chat and AI.
Oh,
more
for like the
generally.
silly things, like the things that are just like time wasting and not activating
Yeah.
your brain a lot. But like,
No, I think even the things that count. Like, I can see education moving towards like a VR simulation of a particular activity, and you're judged based off how well you do in that.
like how you respond and
Yeah. So school might be something like smash a job interview, or I don't know, solve this unique problem, or what do you do when you're walking down the road and someone falls over in front of you?
more like being a good person as well.
Well, yes, like, okay, although maybe that's controversial and less black and white, but something more like, I don't know, imagine you're running a business, or like...
This sounds like medical interviews, just so you know. I don't know if we can put kids through that.
No, you reckon?
I mean, yeah.
Actually, maybe you're right. VR would be traumatizing too young.
You should watch Divergent because they all
Okay.
do like a simulation to figure out where they're placed.
So-
What was the question?
Yeah, redesigning the school system.
I would integrate more like active recall and like quizzes. I got so motivated by Kahoot, even if it was about like geography. I miss high school having like table points. Like, you know how junior school had table points?
Ooh, that's good.
I think we never lose that childhood sense of fun, and I think we should preserve it. We need to do more about like basic living things, like what a mortgage is, and like if I'm being so for real, I don't know a lot of that stuff.
Just life skills, like more
Yeah.
like how to do taxes.
Oh, I don't know how to do
no,
taxes.
not that. Okay.
I have to ask you about that after this.
Okay. Fine.
What superannuation is and like
Right.
how it all works. And
Right. Like specifically in the financial sector.
just general
How
life
voting
skills.
works.
Other things like you can't mix vinegar and like bleach.
No, that's a acid base mix, right? That's
But
the problem there, right?
it releases chlorine gas and you inhale it, and you also like just like ethics classes and also emotional intelligence.
See, ethics is a problem because it's like controversial.
Yeah,
Because
but
of
emotional
psychology,
intelligence
yes.
is subjective.
That's what I meant earlier. I think it's going to be like VR. Well, maybe not
Yeah.
VR. I should get off VR. But like imagine this situation. How would you respond?
Yeah,
It'd
yeah.
be like someone comes to you and they're crying because their dog died, and you don't care about dogs. What do you do?
Yeah,
And then,
still be a human. Empathy.
Thing.
I think emotional intelligence, like the study of that,
Yeah, that'd be very
would
cool.
be good.
I read a book years ago, Brene Brown, Atlas. Atlas was involved, definitely. It went through like 80 or so, just emotions and like the difference between them. Here we go. Embarrassment, humiliation, regret, and shame.
They're all different.
I remember one I really liked. Shame and guilt are substantively different. Guilt was you feel negatively towards something you've done. Shame is you feel negative towards something that you are.
That's interesting.
It was that kind of thing. Regret was like guilt, but there was a strong sense of, I wish I could go back and change it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I remember the distinction between them, I thought was pretty cool. Learn or teach?
Learn. I love learning.
Nice. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
Hopefully, I'll be in med school, or at least out of med school and starting to specialize in something. So I'll probably still be learning my specialty and still studying.
No, cool. All the very best. And I hope
Thank you.
manifest yourself. Yeah.
Yay.